Good morning. It is 6 a.m. Tuesday, January 16th. Now, as most of you folks know, I live, you can probably hear my heater kicking on and off, but it's cold. I live in the frozen tundra, and taking care of dogs in weather like this, sometimes it really sucks. And it is -10 right now. We are going to get up into a balmy, let me look. Yeah, it's going to be 5 today for a high. But the wind's been brutal the last few days. And so I'm just going to give you guys a quick walkthrough on how I take care of these dogs during these temps. I know a lot of my southern viewers are unfamiliar with this. A lot of the people that live even farther north than me are just going to be like, you wuss. It's only -7, I don't know what you're griping about. But yeah, it's a pain. You know, it's part of living up here. And yeah, I don't like it any more than you guys do. It sucks. And every time I'm here during this time of year, I want to be south. But I've got, currently on the place, I have 6 dogs. Con, who's 8. Hazel, who's 8. Scent, who's 9. Jace's squirrel dog, who is 4. And then 2 4-month-old puppies. And I only have 2 climate-controlled kennels. And they're big, with big boxes, for just this reason. I made the mistake of only doing the 2-dog run instead of the 4 like I should have got. But the other 3 kennels, the 1 big puppy pen and the other 2 outside runs, are not climate controlled. They do have cool dog boxes, or dog houses, which I'm going to show you. Really good quality dog houses. And they are a good setup until the snow starts drifting like crazy. I'll show you the drifts here after a bit. But, you know, I've adapted. My climate controlled kennels are not nearly as climate controlled as I thought. It is hard to keep them warm in this. I know last year I had a little different setup, and this year I was late to the ball in getting this setup done. So anyway, I'll take a quick walk through what I got to do to take care of these dogs during these temperatures. Of course, 2 of them are inside. They're both sleeping on crates on the heated porch. Con and the squirrel dog. And so, yeah, it sucks. And I'm really drawing this out because after I end this recording, I got to get all my clothes on and go outside. And I'm not looking forward to it. Okay. First thing in the morning, this really sucks, but here we go. Whew. It is brisk, like I said. -10 today, right now. It's supposed to get up to 5 or 6, I think. We had as low as -40 wind chills. Talk to them. The puppies are nice and toasty. Got Shame there on the left, and we didn't name the right one because that's Brandon Dement's pup. Jace calls her Delilah, I think. But the old dogs are smart enough not to come out. Make sure the diesel heater's still cranking. Diesel heater's humming along. I'll show you that in a little bit. But let's look at some of these drifts. Now, here's my puppy pen. Right there's where their water bowl used to be. It was heated, but that did them. This is a 5-foot fence. So you're looking over there, almost a 5-foot drift. Now I dug this out yesterday just to see what kind of condition it was in. But yeah, that was all drifted over. Between the snow, which we got probably, I don't know, we got probably 1.5 feet of snow, 16 inches, something like that. But the blowing snow is what the problem was. And as you can see, it really blew. But kennels should be nice and toasty. Let's go see. These are the other two outside kennels. Oh, I was going to tell you about the dog houses. These are pro-builts. And they are insulated. They do have doors, but I was worried about the puppy's door because it's kind of homemade. And I was worried about it staying open on them. But the factory pro-built doors are very nice. Slide, flap open easy. And I will say that with a good door and a good insulated doghouse, these dogs can be very, very comfortable in extreme weather. But sometimes it gets too extreme. Not very often, but on occasion up here in the north. And so negative, I think it was down to negative 18 and 25, 30 mile an hour wind, sometimes 40 mile an hour wind. So that's too extreme, especially with all the snow. Let's check the kennels out. Not too bad, 45 degrees in here. So yeah, I got an electric heater in here too. And then I've got my diesel heater kind of rednecked. As with most cases when stuff like this happens, I had the greatest intentions of preparing, but I didn't. I was going to have the diesel heater inside, the exhaust piped outside, and then be done with it. But I was late to the party, got busy, didn't do it, and so I piped it in through the window, and as you can see, I shoved an old towel in there. It is 12 volt, and so it's running off my Jackery. I bought it for the camper, and haven't used it yet for the camper. And normally I just run electric heat in the kennels, but I was worried about power going out, a breaker blowing, anything. I like to have 2 heat sources for everything. My house, the kennels, the whole works. I have wood heat and propane in the house. I'm also going to get a pellet stove, I think, before next winter. I said that last 2 winters too. But you know, just the more layers of heat source that you can add on there is going to make it more comfortable. But I've done the same thing with the kennels. As you can see, they are insulated, but these doors are, you know, the wind's still going to come through the door. I probably need to do something with that and get a better door put on it. But yeah, look at the inside of the kennels, or the dog houses. And as you can see, what are you doing, Bubba? There's Shane. That's the pup I'm keeping out of Con and Hazel. There's Cent. She's 9 years old. She's a platinum champion, and she's wondering why she's stuck in here with this stupid pup that keeps opening the door and letting all the warm air out. But yeah, their water's in here. I can't feed them both in here, obviously, because Cent and Hazel, neither one are going to let those puppies eat. So what I do is during the hottest part of the day, 2 or 3 o'clock, you know, I'll let them out, let them run around. They like playing in the snow, you know, you just can't leave them out there in it. But they'll run around, they'll jump through the drifts, they'll have a good time. I'll put them in the kennels next to this kennel and let them eat, and they get all their food cleaned up. While they're doing that, I feed the 2 old dogs, and then when they get done eating, I put them back up. But yeah, they run loose about an hour every day. I could let the 2 old dogs out, but they're not going nowhere. They know where the warm temperatures are. They're not going outside. So you could let them out all day if you want, and it ain't going to help anyway. But pretty good. 45 degrees in here. It's probably with both dogs in, because the individual dog houses are insulated along the walls as well. So yeah, it's plenty warm in there, especially with 2 dogs. So yeah, I mean, it's couldn't ask for more. I could ask for better weather. But yeah, everything's taken care of. I got Con and Sluice in the house. I let them out about every 2 hours, let them run around the yard, and then they're banging on the door to get back in. I just put them in crates in the house. But yeah, so far so good. Your thermometer says 45 degrees. If I can keep it above, 35, 36 in here, that's going to keep the inside of the doghouse plenty warm for the dogs. Yeah, no complaints. But anyway, that's what we do during the winter in this frozen tundra. It looks like a break in the weather next week. It should get in the high 20s, low 30s. After that, I'll just kick the diesel heater off, turn the electric heater back in. I usually only keep it about 50 degrees in here in the winter, all winter anyway. And so that's usually where my dogs like it. It's where they're most comfortable. But anyway, all you guys in the South that wonder how we do this, this is how we do it. And yes, it's a pain. Just getting dressed to go outside is a pain, but it's important that you take care of your animals. As we all know, I'm not going to say they're like family, but they are very important to us. Not as important as my family, but very important. And I think it's important to make sure and keep them dry, keep them warm, keep them fed, keep them watered. So that's how I do it. Thanks for joining us.